no, this cannot be happening again. The Spurs have a 6.5% chance to land the number 1 overall pick in the NBA draft, and everybody knows what that means. It means Cooper Flagg to San Antonio, paired up with Victor Wembenyama, DeAaron Fox, and the rest of the core that they already have assembled there with guys like Stephon Castle, who's probably going to win Rookie of the Year. They got Devin Vassell, who's a grade 3-and-D wing. Julian Champagnie, great shooter. Jeremy Sohan, great defender. Harrison Barnes and Chris Paul, if they decide to stay and run it back. And they should have some cap space going forward. But a big three of DeAaron Fox, Victor Wembanyama, and Cooper Flagg? Are you kidding me? And the fourth option is Stephon Castle, who's also... The defense there is ridiculous. On top of the offensive production, you get a couple more shooters to throw in off that bench, and this team could win the championship as early as next year. Now, there was a point in this season where the Spurs were 19-19, and nobody was talking about them having the number 1 overall pick, and that was great improvement, considering last year through 38 games, the Spurs were about 5-33, which is not the best record in the world. If you're the Hornets, it's improvement, but if you're anybody else, you're not looking too excited about that season. But now they started to drop some games, then the unfortunate Victor Wembanyama news came out, and now they're sitting at a spot where they're pretty much tanking and trying to get the best possible odds that they can. Already have traded for their franchise point guard and extended him. But this has happened before. The Spurs had a franchise player back in the year 1997 by the name of David Robinson, and he was pretty good. Back in the year 1996, he put up 25 points per game, 12.2 rebounds, 3 assists, 3.3 blocks, and was second in MVP voting and fourth in Defensive Player of the Year voting while making the All-NBA first team. If that doesn't remind you of somebody, a cough cough Victor Wembanyama, who's putting up nearly identical numbers this season in just his second year in the league. And mind you, this is David Robinson, one of the greatest post players in the history of the NBA, in his prime, in his age 30 season. And he's also not throwing up 9 threes per game and hitting about 3 of them. So it's a very impressive season from David Robinson. But my point is here, in 1996, they had a great year. They won almost 60 games. They made the second round of the playoffs. And then the year after that, when Greg Popovich takes over, they win 22 games. The biggest reason for this, and probably what you can contribute this all to, was that David Robinson played 6 games before getting a season-ending injury. And that year they were led in scoring by a 37-year-old Dominique Wilkins at the end of his career. So you may be thinking, why in the world are you talking about 1997 NBA basketball? And well, there's a good reason for that, because the Spurs had an All-NBA center, an MVP candidate center, who led them. Now, Wemby didn't ever lead the Spurs to the playoffs, but they were on the right track, and obviously he didn't quite have the team around him that David Robinson did in his 6th year in the league. But David Robinson gets hurt. Victor Wembanyama gets hurt, out for the year. Now they have a chance at the number 1 overall pick. And who was the number 1 overall pick back in 1997, you may ask? It was a man by the name of Tim Duncan. That's right, the big fundamental who in his rookie season actually finished 5th in MVP voting while averaging 22 points, 11 rebounds, and 2.5 blocks and playing all 82 games. The Spurs could be looking at a very similar situation, except this time they could have a much better roster. You could be looking at Wemby coming back, hopefully. Prayers up he comes back, totally fine by the start of next year. Blood clots are a scary thing. But you could be looking at Wemby coming back with a rookie Cooper Flagg, who is an elite prospect, without a doubt the consensus number 1 pick. And on the year, he's averaging at Duke while leading them to, they just got the number 1 ranking in the AP poll. He's leading them and averaging 19.4 points per game, 7.6 rebounds, 4.3 assists, 1.5 steals, and 1.3 blocks while playing just 31 minutes a game, shooting 49% from the field, 38% from 3. He's leading them in every statistical category as a freshman, and it's the best team in the country, and I think they're going to win the national championship. You pair that with Victor Wembanyama, who is an absolute alien, was on his way to an All-NBA team this year, his first Defensive Player of the Year, and the first of many. And then you throw in DeAaron Fox, not to mention, like I said, Stephon Castle, who is probably going to win Rookie of the Year this year. You got other young guys like Jeremy Sohan, Keldon Johnson. We'll see where they fit in with all this. The veterans like Harrison Barnes. I guess you could call Julian Champagnie a veteran. I don't know. That's kind of up for debate. We'll see if Chris Paul comes back for year 87. But this team could be really good next year. And it's all kind of deja vu from 1997. Now, if you've made it this far in the video, make sure to hit the like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you are enjoying it at any point. As you can see here, a large majority of the people that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel. If that is you, go ahead and fix that. But yeah, Cooper Flagg could be coming to San Antonio, and that is scary. Looking at Cooper Flagg as a prospect, he is the most well-rounded American prospect, I'd say, since maybe LeBron. I mean, we talk about that every year. It feels like we're talking about the next LeBron. Victor was a better prospect just because we've never seen anything like him. But imagine these two on the same team. And again, it's unlikely, but they said that about David Robinson and Tim Duncan. His three ball has been much, much better as of late. Pre-ACC, he shot 28% from the three ball. And during ACC play until now, he's shooting 46% from beyond the arc. This dude's impact is insane. He was able to log 14 points, 7 boards, and 3 blocks today in just 22 minutes in the first round of the NCAA tournament. And I think he leads the Blue Devils to a championship as long as that ankle holds up. He's 6'9" with a 7'1" wingspan, so his ability to play off 2 feet in the paint is exceptional. He's also a great cutter and an ambidextrous finisher. He can go around you. He can finish to either side, or he can just go over the top and punch it on your head. He has unlimited options and a wide variety of moves to use around the rim. Loves using that pivot, those shoulders, SGA type bumps, and then once he gets in around the rim, he can just stop on a dime and elevate, and it's extremely tough to stop. His mid-range is nearly unguardable at 6'9" because he jumps like a kangaroo and knocks it down over the top. And like I said, he's also their leading rebounder on top of being their leading scorer. And he also plays point guard from time to time, averaging 4.3 assists per game. Ridiculous stuff from Cooper Flagg, who has been just a sensation at Duke University. And imagine this guy paired up with Victor Wembenyama running the court. Ridiculous. Wemby can play point. Coop can play point. They can both play all 5 positions. They can both knock it down from beyond the arc. They can both be rim protectors and lob threats. Not to mention, they also have Stephon Castle. Imagine a big 3 defensively of Stephon Castle, Victor Wembanyama, and Cooper Flagg. That doesn't even include Swipe of the Fox and Devin Vassell. Holy cow, man. Stephon Castle this year, 14 points, about 3.5 boards, about 3.5 assists, a steal in just 26 minutes a game. He's the runaway favorite for Rookie of the Year. And at 6'6" with a 6'9" wingspan and a 215-pound frame, the reason they drafted this man was purely based off defense. They said, hey, we'll get the best defender in the class, and we'll worry about offense later. But the offense came a lot sooner than expected. He's being asked to step up a lot here as of late with no Wemby, with no DeAaron Fox. He's been asked to step up, and he has been doing a wonderful job. Once Fox comes back, they're going to be a fantastic duo together, but I just can't wrap my head around Wemby at the 5, Coop at the 4 with, and like I said, we haven't even talked about Vassell, who in this scenario will be the starting 3, the starting small forward, who can do a little bit of everything. He can score off the dribble, off the catch. He can defend really well. He's 6'7", 6'8", with a great wingspan. And then you've got the starting guards of DeAaron Fox and Stephon Castle. The only thing would be you need to add some shooters to that bitch. But yeah, Coop's legit. Him and San Antonio would feed families down there for like the next 15 years. With that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you did enjoy at any point. And with all that being said, thank you so much for watching today's video.